you've got to be adaptable. Maybe you're a long-term investor and you want to sit on something for 6, 8, 12 months. I don't do that. I only want to sit on something for 6, 8, 12 days. If I can get my gains in 6, 8, 12 days that you're going to get in 6, 8, 12 months, I'm going to turn over that a lot faster and theoretically make a lot more. Welcome to the Outlier Trading Room. My name is Christopher Yule. I've twice been awarded top 100 people in finance. I was mentored by 5 of the market wizards, the best traders of all time. I've been successfully trading since 2009, and this is where we save money, start winning, or save time, make money, and start winning with less risk together as a team. But before we start trading, let's get into the lesson of the day. Now, be sure to stick around so you see how this video ranks out of 10. But this video is called Holy F, This Won't End Well. This is from a channel called Stocks Today. So I'm curious to see why this won't end well. Let's go.
Holy F, this is really scary, and it's probably not going to end well. What I'm talking about is whether we're going to be naughty or if we're going to be nice, because what the S&P is telling us right now is not really good. What does it tell us? If we bounce on the short-term price or the 50-day moving average and then lose it, where do we go? Stock market crash, baby. That is it.
That's just math. Okay, so far I like it. Let's go over to the S&P 500 real quick. All right, so there have been a couple times we've got down to the 50 period and we've recovered it every time so far, even over the Santa Claus non-rally that happened. The only time that we even really gave it up was in August, but we recovered it within a couple weeks. So yeah, to his point, if we drop the 50 period moving average, it could be pretty brutal. Where's the 200 day? The 200 day is down at 555. So that would be, it's funny to say 200 day, 555, total market crash, 6%, right? It's just been in such a 45-degree angle all year, right? You shouldn't get used to 20+% years, right? A lot of people are getting complacent, forgetting about risk. You shouldn't get used to 20% years.
And this will be very curious because Donald Trump elect is going to be President Trump in about 2 weeks, and his scoreboard is going to be the S&P 500. Right now, this is still Joe Biden's stock market. So, pew, pew, pew. Right? It's okay if they go down right now, but whatever Jensen Huang has to say on Monday on his keynote address at CES this year, that's going to really matter. We're going to go through and talk about our 2025 theory and template. We're going to give an update to 2024. We're also
one of my friends is at CES this week. He's an engineer at Toyota, and he's so excited. He goes every year, so he's excited to be there. Are you going? I'd like to know.
We're going to talk about our technical analysis for the week, our fear and greed. We're also going to talk about the annual levels. It's really simple. They're basically right here. You can pause the video or just watch until the end. I'm going to come back and talk about all of this. Also going to include how Wall Street expects the S&P to perform this year, basically from every major bank.
Which, as we all know, is meaningless, right? How does Wall Street expect it to perform? Doesn't matter. Price is going to do what price is going to do, and they're going to adjust along the way.
Come back and look at that briefly. We have notes and a template for this year. I got a lot of stuff to go through, including what I think is going to drive the market in terms of economic data this week, maybe on Tuesday, but I think on Wednesday, oh my goodness, that core CPI is going to be very important. Also, everyone thinks we're going to go up. So I made the joke, right? Is it time to get fired? Why? Everybody a little bit too bold up. That's right, a little bit too bold up. You, yeah, that's right. You, what, me? Yeah, stock market great, America great, but only when I become president, and he's not quite there yet. So he should be taken seriously, but not literally. And it was quite interesting because I actually watched a video where they were talking about how Trump actually did something for that other country, and it kind of got lost. It was actually Trump and Musk who did it. It looks like a Wall Street bets right there. Interesting, funny. Anyways, when most of retail traders think we're going to go up, where do we go? We go down. Oh,
okay. So I'm going to mention this later too, but there's this old adage by Uncle Warren, as we call him in the business: be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful. Right? I forget where I heard it, but maybe it was in a Market Wizard book. I don't remember exactly, but this person talked about, he called the top of the market when he got into a taxi cab, and the taxi driver was giving him stock advice, right? Not solicited at all. He's like, what do you do? I trade stocks. Oh, you should buy this and that stock. It's like, we've hit the top. I've been saying for a while, granted, we took a couple of weeks off, but I've been saying for a while that I think we were hitting irrational exuberance phase, which is fun. People want to call that blow off top, right? But at the same time, nobody actually knows where it's going to go. So you really need to focus on following the data, following your trading plan. That's the most important thing, right? Sebastian, good to see you. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, and everything else. Glad that you're back. Glad that we're all back.
Oh, no, that's right. So let's start here. Let's start with the 2025 template because this is a pretty simple chart. What do we have? We have one line and we have one arrow here and one arrow here.
Hang on, let's make this bigger.
You should be familiar with the bear recipe. That's where we are right now. It's checked off. If you want to follow me, the link's in the description as well. 690 if we hold this uptrend here. So let's go here to
Okay, so he's basically taking this trajectory and doing one of these things on it and saying, did you know that you can right click on the line and create an alert? Sweet, never show that again. And he's saying, okay, by the end of, can't go any further to the right, by the end of the year 690, look, crazier things have happened.
SPX. Let me just double check and make sure I got the right chart. SPX, here we go. Probably should have done this ahead of time. Oopsies. All right, let's just actually go back to here because I have the levels on here. So if we just maintain this uptrend here by this time next year or December 2025, this apex corresponds with the next extension at 690. That's where I get the target from. Pretty simple. This assumes that we hold. Please also note we have a failed breakout here. We have talked about this. What's the failed breakout? That's the red box. What do the red boxes mean? We're failing to make progress to the upside and hold it right here, here, here.
So I was noticing this earlier. Yes, we do have a failed breakout. And on my charts, these come in as order blocks, doubled order blocks, which, yeah, to me, that screams a lot of overhead resistance right here. If SPY can get back up above 605, between 605, 609, there's going to be a lot of sellers right there ready to cash out. And then we do have an order block below it at 551. So for me, I'm looking exactly like he's saying here, overhead resistance and at the 605 range, give or take.
Here. That's 2021 to 2023. What is that? That's the bear market. Oh my goodness, that's the bear market. That's right. If you remember, we're currently in our bear recipe. We'll come back and look at these notes in a second here.
So far, I like this channel. So far, I like him. He's got some humor. He actually has like decent analysis on here instead of just like, buy SoFi, it's going to the moon, right? That was the video I covered earlier today. Be sure to watch that one.
Again, those are the notes for where we are. We're currently in fear for today, which is the 5th, and 0 out of 4 bull.
Okay, so his fear and greed says 32% fear. Let's go over to Outlier and let's jump into, so we're in the S&P 500 right now. Let me zoom over. And yeah, we have a fear rating on here too, right? So we had this irrational exuberance area where we had a lot of greed around mid-December timeframe. And then fear kicked in and it's been selling off on the fear and greed index, at least. It's been selling off pretty hard. And now we're getting into the fearful side. So interesting to see that his data corresponds with ours.
Which means, yes, there is a potential bottoming pattern. What is that? That's a failed breakdown. But we're not going up.
Well, failed breakdown in this case, I think you've got two things here. You've got the 50-day moving average, which is going sideways and really holding up, right? Getting a lot of activity around it. That tells me that buyers are stepping in and not letting the market go down. But then on top of that, you're going to have the 200-day where a lot of buyers are going to come back in. And then you've got that order block sitting out there that was created in September. So we're Chris's worst case here. 6% full pullback, maybe the hardest that it gets hit. Could be absolutely wrong. I'm not trading it right now because this is a sideways trend. I'm not going anywhere with this market, but I could see a bit of a pullback, and yet the market would absolutely freak out, right? Because we're so used to 20% up years at this point, like 2+ years in a row. Having a 6% pullback is like getting all of your teeth pulled out all at once with no Novocaine. That's what it's going to feel like.
We're going down less. That's not bullish. No, it's not. So we're still right here at number 4, right? Pretty simple. Lastly, just to get it out of the way because your time is valuable, I don't want to waste more if I don't need to. We're looking here to a key pivot. For S&P, we're looking here to the yellow line at 586 or the October high. We've already been.
All right, let's check out 586. I am digging his video. I really appreciate this. All right, 586. Where's 586? Here. It's holding up. Holding up right there. That actually has seen a lot of support at that area. I'd never even noticed that. I would assume an order block would be showing up right there because it's had so much support. Hey, Peter from the Netherlands. Good to see you. All right, let's go back.
Bounced and claimed it. If now we go to QQQ, oops, where's QQQ? Looks like I'm on the wrong watch list here. Let's go back to my YouTube list. There we go. Where do we bounce off of? In this case here, it's white. Should make it yellow. All right, let's just do it really fast, right? Do it with me. Here we go. Let's make it yellow. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. Yellow. All right, that didn't work. I'll do it after. Bouncing off a key area with the tail actually being above that, over it, right? Right now, we're above, we're looking pretty good here. So the market looks good. Under the hood, right? We don't know. The next 2 weeks, stocks could go down. They could crash. So are they going to be fired? Are they going to be hired? Do we have
I am digging this channel.
to be mindful of what's happening here? Because if it's not going to end well, what exactly does that mean? Let me show you that right now, because again, I say your time is valuable. So Trump's scoreboard is the S&P. Stocks are currently going down. Is this going to be a buy the hype, sell the news? Why? Look what NVIDIA did. Oh my goodness, right? NVIDIA is like the only big stock that like went up massively after here. Oh my God. It hasn't really proven it's ready to break out yet. Yes, powerful move, but like, is that a buy the hype, sell the news? I don't know. I'm gonna have to see what gets revealed. They were joking that we need more than toasters this year. All right, and now if it's all going to end in tears, where's that thing I just wanted to show you here? All right, here we go. Because it's right here, right? A failed breakout is not a good omen, because if, sorry, where's my update here? This one right here. 2024 template updated. So if you want to pause the video, you can also click on the description. This is what I said December 2023. Now I'm giving an update to it. Why? I'm trying to be accountable, right? Trying to be like not everyone else on the internet. If you appreciate that, maybe you want to consider smashing that thumbs up or subscribing to the channel. Thank you very much ahead of time. If we look here, so this worked out pretty well, right? Don't fight the feds. To update the template for now, it says there's only one update I would put into here. Not perfect. I'm actually making an update here. It would be 2 times lower lows and closing below. That's now the bear recipe that we have here. So that's exactly what I've now added as an update. I can't go back in time to fix it, but I can make the adjustment going forward. Finally, if we look here at number 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we have the failed breakout right here, right? That's the box that we're identifying. All right, there's the correction. Whoop. And when we lose the uptrend, bear market to where? To the 50 MA, to the blue line. All right. So as long as we're above the line right here, we'll go to SPX. We'll have a look and see what that is. SPX, oops. SPX on the monthly. So if we have a look right now for the current month, this is really simple. I like simple charts, right? I'm a simple guy. Maybe you like simple charts too. Maybe a great time to consider smashing a thumbs up or subscribing to the channel. So if right now we were to lose the monthly low, we would have to lose our Fibonacci extension. It's the same.
Okay. I'm not a believer in Fibonacci extensions, Elliott waves, things like that. All I care about is price and moving averages, right? And then, of course, the outlier signals that go along with it, with the fear and greed that you can't get anywhere else. So Fibonacci's don't hold a lot of weight for me. I think they're more superstitious than anything else. Hey, Randy. Yes, we did start early, and this is the new time from now on, 2 o'clock Central Time. Be here or be square, my friend.
Same number on SPY. Let's make it simple, because that's the number people are going to be tracking, 560. So if we fall below 560, that's where you want to start worrying. That means that on this pattern here, where after,
where's 560? There's 560. Yeah, which actually goes in line with what I was just saying here. That's around the 200 day. That's close to that order block. Falling below this area could be pretty detrimental. Randy says, Roger, Roger.
After number 5, which we're in right now, this is number 5. Number 5 is like already well underway, isn't it? Yeah. How many months did it last time? Well, from the time that we hit the low here, how many months is that? Till the, oh my God, the bear market. It was 15 candles. All right. Where are we now? From the bottom. That's the 15th candle. The 15th candle, it's exactly the amount of time. I didn't prepare this ahead of time. So it's exactly 15 candles. 15 candles from number 3. So let's go from number 3, right? Then we go plus 15 candles, right? That's the all-time high, right? That's the bear, right? Big bear. That's the bear market. So if it's all going to end in tears, I've shown you one chart here. I'll fix it up after there.
So what he's saying is Elliott waves, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5s. My youngest son, I have 2 sons. My younger son is named Elliott. No coincidence. It's not because of Elliott waves. But it's not something that I really believe in. And then saying, you know, history's going to repeat itself, 15 candles plus 3 candles of something. I'm not exactly sure what they're talking about here. But yeah, I don't know. I don't give a lot of credence to that. I mean, if we look at the trend, right, the trend is currently sideways because we have the 10 under the 20, price above the 50, running sideways at the moment, but sideways to down, in my opinion. But if it can close up where it is right now, the trend may be reversing. And that's the thing as a trader, you've got to be adaptable, right? Maybe you're a long-term investor and you want to sit on something for 6, 8, 12 months, right? I don't do that. I only want to sit on something for 6, 8, 12 days, okay? If I can get my gains in 6, 8, 12 days that you're going to get in 6, 8, 12 months, I'm going to turn over that a lot faster and theoretically make a lot more.
promise I can actually spell candles. Let's look at the weekly chart now. Let's go to SPY. All right. Oh yeah. Happy New Year, everybody. If we were to look here, we look back to the template we're looking at here. So rocket ship below the averages, all the way back above. Boop. We don't actually get a test. This is the weekly chart. So we were looking at the monthly. Now we're looking at the weekly here. Low, higher lows. When we eventually come back down and test the 50 MA, that's the same bear market, just on a weekly chart. What I'm trying to point out here is that we don't actually get a true test of the 50 MA. There's still space in between. Like what? Like we have right now. There's space. There's space. There's space in between. We haven't actually.
Yes, and that is what happens, right? When you're, I need to clean this up a little bit. Let me take off my drawings. That's what happens whenever you're in a nice uptrend, right? In fact, let's go to SoFi. That was the video I covered this morning, right? When they start spreading apart, that is a beautiful, strong trend. And the very last thing you want to do, if you see these moving averages start spreading apart, start getting the distance between A and B, right? Between the 10 and 20, between the 10 and 50, etc. The last thing you want to do is start shorting, right? Wait until you see the consolidation, right? Wait till you see that gap, right? Put my head in the gap right here. How do I do it? Wait until you see the gap get smushed and smushed and smushed. And then when the gap's like this, you're like, okay, let's think about it at least. And then when it goes the other way, that, my friends, is the opportunity to start making some movements, right? But in the meantime, right, when it's moving like this, right, when you've got those big gaps between the moving averages, don't take that risk. At least I wouldn't. You can do whatever you want, but I'm not taking that risk. Jean-Louis is here. Hey, Chris. Hey, all. Happy New Year to lots of good trades together. I agree. Jorn, good to see you. I'm sorry, Jorn, that your government's in chaos today.
We tested the moving.
For those of you who don't know, Justin Trudeau resigned today. Jorn, give me a thumbs up or thumbs down emoji on how you feel about that. I don't need to know your opinion. You know, I don't want you to have to share anything you're not comfortable with sharing, but just maybe a thumbs up, thumbs down. I'm curious.
Average. Did we pull forward all the growth? I'm not so sure, right? I'm feeling a little bit less confident now. Does that mean I'm going to do anything? Nope. I'm a rule-based trader now. I'm not going to make emotional decisions. But anyways, if we finally come back down and test the moving average, where is that? That's at 546. Where is that number? It's below the number I just talked about. So if the monthly candle breaks and on the weekly we want confirmation, we would have to be below here. We'd have to be down 10% already. That would look like a head and shoulders here, right? We can draw it out. There you go. Head and shoulders, knees and toes. So if you're buying up here and you're a bull, like I think what's really important is you understand where you are getting evidence you're wrong. That would be number one, by the way. That was weeks ago. That was up at the all-time high to be precise. So where we are now, we're lacking bull. Any bull momentum. We have a failed breakdown, but we need to get number one first. So by closing at or near the high of the candle, it should be no problem for the bulls to get to number one. It's hard to see on purpose. It's faint. Why? The bulls are losing right now. Let's get through the notes. Let's make this simple here. You. That's right. You, Jensen, better do something on Monday.
Jorn's got the thumbs up there. Sebastian says there's a lot of change happening all over the world, moving from woke to conservative. And, you know, you guys know my politics. Praise Jesus. That's all I got to say.
Yes, sir. All right. Let's tee it up. So 2025 working theory. Here it is right here. We went through it last weekend. I'm looking for a 1 to 3% dip. Hey, I could also be wrong, right? Just because I want it doesn't mean it's going to happen.
Dude, I am so digging this channel. The fact that he is willing to admit, hey, I could be wrong, right? That's when you know he's a real trader, right? Somebody who comes on YouTube and just will spout whatever they want, say, buy SoFi, buy NVIDIA, buy whatever. What was the one we looked at before break? Buy AMD, right? That's not a real trader. Somebody who can say, I could be totally wrong. That is when you know they actually trade with real money, because the last thing they want to do is lose that real money. So, man, I'm digging this channel.
All my notes are here. We went through it briefly. I'll encourage you to pause the video or just subscribe to the channel. I'll go through this every day, every week to update you. I've now explained the reason why we're at 0 out of 4 for bull. It's because we have a potential bottoming pattern. We closed right on the week. I wouldn't say that's bullish. And then 32 out of 100 for fear, which means people are fearful right now. Should be buying. There's mixed signals. In terms of annual levels, it's basically until they get to new all-time highs, we're stuck. That's a yellow light. What do you do at a yellow light? You're cautious. What should you do right now? Probably be cautious. Wall Street is mixed, but they're largely looking for up. 6666, 6700, 7000, 6600, 6500, 65, 66.
I give no credence to these. Let me know in the chat if you do, because it doesn't matter, right? It does not matter, right? They're going to have the highest educated, most finance bro, Wall Street analysts there at UBS, at wherever, and yet they're literally throwing darts on the board just like you or me would be. Doesn't matter. And you'll notice a lot of them agree with each other. Why do they agree with each other? They agree with each other because they don't want to be the odd man out, right? They don't want to be the guy who calls for 5,000 on the S&P when everyone else is calling for 6,600 to 7,000, because it is too risky for them if they're wrong, right? If they go out on a limb and they're wrong, they lose so many investments. So we're just going to all say the same thing, right? Isn't that exactly the way that they were predicting the election? Remember, it was like 50.1% Kamala, 49.9% Trump. Remember that? I do. Pepperidge Farm remembers. But at the end of the day, Trump dominated, utterly dominated. So the politicians, the political space, the pollsters, I give as much credence to this as I would any of those pollsters.
And 7,000. So it's a matter of how much up. Why? Because it's Wall Street, baby. Anytime that there's snow, it's always going to be a buy. Don't really think I have too much more to go through. I definitely got a lot more content, but I think I'm going to leave it there.
Awesome. I really liked this video. Let's do this. Let's give this video a ranking, right? So out of 10, this is new as of today. Out of 10, I would rank this. I'd rank this a 9, right? I don't know how many 10s I'm going to get about, but this was definitely a 9, right? The one I watched this morning, definitely go back and watch that yourself. I gave it a 2. It was painful, right? It was this guy coming on saying how great SoFi is and how if you don't buy it, you're an idiot, etc. Which I've gotten some great comments on that video so far. But I would give it a 9. I liked it. I liked where he's going. I liked his humor. I thought he had good information. Michael came in with a 8. Hey, you know what, Michael? I like that idea. Let's all vote on it, right? This is a democracy, I suppose. I guess. Why don't you cast your vote as well? These are your scores that you could give him here. So don't let my opinion influence you. Go for whatever. Ryan, I don't remember seeing you before, but I'm really stoked that you are here. But you know what? Nobody gets a 7, Ryan. Nobody gets a 7 because no, Michael, we're good. I love this idea. Nobody gets a 7 because that's like the safe bet, right? In fact, I think it was a Tim Ferriss podcast where I heard that nobody gets a 7. But I love this idea, Michael. Everybody gets to rank it. Dave says 8.1. 8 from Sebastian, 8 from Donna. Cool. I like it. All right. So, how are you guys liking this new format? I think it's going to be really good. Yours says 8.5. You know what? Let's switch gears and go over to today's member highlight. So find the button. All right. So the member highlight is those of you guys hanging out in our Discord. So not a whole lot has been going on in the Discord over the last couple of weeks while I've been on vacation, but there's a couple cool things, right? Let's see. Mikey Mike, congratulations to him. He's going to be on the road finalizing his business purchase. Look forward to getting back in the saddle with you all on Wednesday. So congratulations to Mikey Mike on that. Port City, he is super pumped. He or she is super pumped, waiting for it to start. So Port City, if you're here, say hi. Woo woo. That's why I'm here. Ryan, is that you? Either way, thank you all for coming. We will be doing the share your big wins starting again this Friday. It's super easy. Just go into the Discord here, type in how you're using it this week. If you made some wins, if you avoided some losses, let us know what you're trading. That's all we're after, right? But we're looking for testimonials, and this is our way to reward you. And it's a lot of fun because on Fridays, all you got to do is post into there, and then everyone's entered to win a $10 gift card as long as you hadn't won the week before. That's my only rule. So, Ryan, it is him. Very cool, Ryan. I am super stoked that you are here. So let's be sure to share your stories in the Discord. And of course, the first rule of Outlier is you tell everybody about Outlier and hit the like button. Now, let's get back to trading in the Outlier trading room. Now, these slides are new. What is Outlier and how does it work? Well, do you remember Uncle Warren? He said, be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. Well, Outlier shows you if investors are acting irrationally fearful or greedy and by how much, allowing you to get into the stock before the Outlier move happens. That's a lot smoother. I like that. And you can save 64%. You can get the annual pass for just 82 cents right now. per day. And that will end on January 31st. Now, this is my style of trading that I call the golden ticket trading strategy. And it starts with the market. Let the market tell us which direction it's going with the 10 and the 20 and the 50. So let's take a look at that. I know I've mentioned it a couple times already, but let's go over there to the SPY. And so on the SPY, what I see right now, the 10 is the blue line, the 10 EMA, the 20 is the black line, that's the 20 EMA, and the 50 EMA is the red line, right? We've been flirting with this downtrend for a hot minute here. And now we have the 10 is under the 20, price is over the 50. So we have a mixed trend right now, right? Do you see that? Right? The fast, intermediate, and slow, or you could think of short, medium, and long-term moving averages are not in confluence right now, right? But the 10 EMA is what I consider for the short-term trend. And it can absolutely fake you out, right? Just like a couple of days right here, and then it went right back down. So for me personally, I'm not going to trade this market, not until we have a confirmed trend one way or the other. And with this overhead resistance right here, with this order block, double order block that we're looking at, I think that if Chris had to put a projection on it, it could run up to here, maybe 605, and then get smashed back right where it is right now, which would be very, very frustrating for you. Now let's go over to the market breadth. And actually, this looks like it may be bullish here. Yeah, we do have a cross on the market breadth today. So this green line is the number of stocks that have a buy signal today. And the red line is the moving average of that. And we can see we actually have the crossover here. So what I see is a bullish cross, a bullish position on the market breadth, yet a sideways position on the market price trend. So for me, I'm not going to trade any further because those are two big portions of the master key. And maybe you've heard me talk about the master key before, but this is something that we figured out about the middle of last year. When you have the SPY signal, in fact, what is the SPY signal? I didn't even look. I think it's still a sell, right? Yes, the SPY signal is still a sell. We got a sell signal on November 20th, which was this candle here. So we're not too far off of that at this point here. For that sell signal. So I have a sell signal on the SPY. The market trend is sideways. Market breadth is starting to turn bullish. I'm not even going to look at sector breadth. So I wouldn't be trading anything today. I'm not putting any of my money at risk, Peter says. But if you would trade, which broker would you be using? Not Tastyworks anymore. That's the answer. It's not Tastyworks anymore. Listen, I want to make this announcement so bad, but I don't have approval to do so. Mahesh would literally kill me. Like he would come through the internet and just take me out, and it would be a sad day for my wife and kids. But so there's no trades for me today, but tell me what you're trading in the chat. I would really love to know. The suspense is killing me. I know, I'm trying to drag it out as long as I can. But truth is, we have a deal inked, but because of the holidays, the announcement got pushed back. So tell me what you're trading in the chat. I'd love to hear, and come back tomorrow to save time, make money, and start winning with less risk again, together as a team. Let us know if you need anything over in the Discord, and have a fantastic day. Thanks for hanging with us in the Outlier Trading Room. We'll talk soon.